topic 15.5, making line graphs. Alright, so we have talked about bar graphs, double bar graphs. Those basically show amounts or how much of something. And you have read about and practiced reading or interpreting line graphs, which show change over amount of time. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a line graph, and you'll have practice in class with this as well. So let's go ahead and get some data, shall we? Little Bobby is keeping a log of how many miles he hikes over, let's say, a 5-day period of time here. So on day 1, he goes 11 miles. On day 2, the total number of miles that he hikes is 23. So can you tell me how many miles he hiked on day 2? Not 23, that was the total. How would you figure out how many he hiked on that day? That would be 12, right? From 11 to plus 12 would get you to 23. So remember, this is a line graph. It's showing change over time. So this is going to be a line that's going to keep on going up. If we're just by the day by day, that probably would be best by showing on a bar graph how many miles he did each day. Alright, so back to day 3. Holy cow, he just managed to get 30 miles there. Not too many miles on that day, 7, right? And then day 4, got a little energy in them. He hiked 45 miles total. And then on day 5, a little recovery, 52. So we're going to use this data here, and we're going to put this on a line graph. All right? See you on the next slide. I went ahead and set the axes up for you. So I'll tell you what, why don't you take a look at that while I write these total miles into Bobby's hiking log for him. 23, 30, 45, and 52. Alright, were you looking at the graph? Alright, so over here we have the day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I went ahead and put this, the y-axis as the total miles hiked. You'll notice that I'm going up in increments. My labels are by 10, but if you look at the increments, you'll notice that those are by what? Right, by 5. So let's go ahead and see if we can plot this data. Day 1, that would be right here, 11 miles. So that should go about a point right there. Day 2 was 23. So where's that going to go? How about right here? Okay, day 3 was 30. That's easy. That's right on one of those crosshairs. Day 4, another easy one, 45. Make sure I get this right. And then day 5 was 52. So that would be right here. Alright, so there's our data there. Now, of course, you're going to use a ruler, and let's just see what happens with mine. I hope I don't mess this up. So I'm just going to connect these down here. Notice that this is the 0 point. And then we go up. Then a little bit like that. We got a little spike right there. And then by day 5 right there. Right, so you kind of have an upward, what was that? A trend. We have an upward trend going here, which makes sense because it's cumulative, or it's adding up. Alright, here's your questions for your quick check. Looking at the data points that I have here, you're going to try to figure out some of this this information to put over here on the hiking log. On day 3, look at that. How many miles total did Bobby walk on just day 3? So take a look at that, see if you can figure that out. And then I also want you to tell me how many total miles he walked from the beginning to day 4. Understand when we say total miles, this line graph is showing what's called cumulative. amount of data. Cumulative means total. So again, how many miles total did he walk by day 4? And how many miles did he walk on only day 3? All right, answer those, and I'll see you in the morning.